Sorry, Batman. It's Wolverine's time to shine now. Look at that. Perfect. So, hey guys, so I wanted to come on here and talk. Yeah, TikTok. Let's just get the bad news out of the way. TikTok is banned. So I'm going to be coming back over here and get back to my roots. And I want to talk about this Deadpool trailer because I feel like there's a lot to say. There's a lot to talk about. And hopefully, I mean, sometimes my theories are right. Sometimes I get a little too absurd. You can see. Let me get back to my roots, talking about theories, other than just making the same video. Well, not the same type of video that I usually make. Those start to take a while now. But anyways, let's get to it. The Deadpool trailer. So, I'm really surprised. A lot of people aren't talking about this stuff. And I know other people already made this stuff, but if you're watching, I really appreciate it. Leave a skull emoji on the bottom if you really watched it all the way through. What I want to talk about is there's a lot of old man Logan, like, here, look. Old man Logan. Like, nobody hasn't caught on, or I haven't seen enough people talk about it. And to those who've only watched the movie Logan, this ain't it. And before you stop the video, don't go and look up Old Man Logan on YouTube or TikTok, because I'm sure they're going to give away the best piece of this comic. I will never cover it. Don't ever ask me to, because I don't think I can do it enough justice. This is my favorite comic of all time. And getting to my next point, dude, there's so much references in this trailer to Old Man Logan. And I like that it's out of continuity. I think this not even might be the Logan from the Logan movie. I think we're just gonna get an alternate dimensions type of movie with, I mean, we have Patch, we're gonna have Wolverine. Maybe we might see him in the cowl, but knowing Deadpool 2, I don't remember Juggernaut being in the trailer until like after the movie came out. Because, dude, you know how epic that would be? And in my theory, so so I'm gonna go down the wormhole. So guys, let's go with the Old Man Logan comic. The Fury Road references, that is straight off of the Old Man Logan comic. Then we got the referencing that he failed his world.
Wolverine let down his entire world.
Old Man Logan again. Old Man Logan. Nobody's connecting the dots. Please don't watch a video on TikTok or YouTube. They're just going to give you the best piece. It's a great comic book. It feels like a movie. But anyways, Ant-Man's dead body. There is literally in the comic, there's a highway called Pim Falls. They show it in the trailer. Oh my gosh. And wait till later. There's another point I want to get to. Imagine if this is actually the real Logan and this is what happens, because we never really get a real answer of what happened in the actual in the actual Logan universe. And I hope they don't touch that stuff. I hope it's just separate, because I mean, that movie is phenomenal. I mean, yeah, it's not the greatest depiction of Wolverine. I mean, we didn't get to see him in his full ferocity. But still, it is such a great movie. That is my favorite. Honestly, Logan's my favorite movie. Dark Knight is up there, but Logan is my favorite movie. It blends emotion and cinema beautifully. That's just my opinion. And I think because this movie is going to be out of continuity, because most of the best Deadpool stories, and not the ones that you see behind me. I mean, Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, Deadpool kills Illustrated. I could go on and on. But Deadpool works better. And to those who, I've seen a couple videos where people say, I mean, why does Deadpool have to share his movies? Think about it. You got Deadpool and Spider-Man. That run is awesome. Deadpool and Cable, which used to be Cable and Deadpool because Cable was more famous at one point than Deadpool at one point in time. How can this not be Deadpool and Wolverine? And plus, you know he's been teasing Hugh Jackman through the whole entire franchise. I mean, come on now. Okay, spoilers, potential spoilers ahead, because I have seen, and I will show you if I can find them, the pictures that I've seen. Ant-Man, you see his dead body. Everybody's freaking out. Oh man, what happened in the MCU? Guys, Old Man Logan happens in the regular universe with all the heroes involved. Like I said, Pim Falls. The reason it's called Pinfall is because all the villains teamed up together and switched heroes. I don't struggle with this hero, so I'm gonna go over here and deal with this character. Red Skull was the main leader of that. In this one, it looks like Red Skull is replaced by Cassandra Nova. You know what would be a really funny scene though? Cassandra Nova and Xavier like fighting each other in the womb. You know, Deadpool. I mean, this dark comedy, I think it would be funny, but you never know how they're gonna go with these movies. Maybe they might take it out because now it's censored by Feige. In that scene, I didn't realize it. The first thing I saw was just the Ant-Man thing, because in that one, so this is how Ant-Man died in that universe. In that one, Ant-Man got attacked by the Mole Man, and all the moles crawled up on him and ate him to death. Yeah, that universe is pretty dark.
When your world went to shit.
Come again.
So I showed you that part because this is what really makes me believe in this theory. I'm showing Days of Future Past because it seems like they sprinkled that in a little. But for more context, without giving away the actual comic, and showing you the diner scene really reminded me, especially with Deadpool teasing him that a third act flashback was in the works, because that's kind of how it happened in the Old Man Logan comic, where he finally reveals to Hawkeye why he's become a pacifist and he has taken a life for so long, and his failure to save the X-Men. And I'm not going to go into the big spoiler for that, because in this universe, Logan and Hawkeye are supposedly the only heroes left after the villains took over. But Wolverine has the most tragic story of why he's the only one that's left. It's really sad and really gut-wrenching, especially when you find out how they broke Wolverine. And like in that comic, they go on the road together. It's kind of like a buddy cop thing with him and Hawkeye trying to have the courage to undo his biggest failure. And I feel like that's where they're aiming for. And since they're touching multiverse, might as well. And people didn't realize there was Pyro was in there. I saw Lady Deathstrike. Supposedly Jennifer Garner's coming back as Elektra. We'll see how that goes. I also saw Toad, Azazel. How I kind of know this might be an alternate dimension, because you got Age of Apocalypse Cyclops. I saw that and I was like, dude, what's up with the long hair? And I was like, oh, that's Age of Apocalypse. You know what? I think okay. So guys, if you're still here, please go and look at the poll that I put up. Either it's going to be Deadpool and Cable omnibus or Wolverine omnibus that I'm going to put down below. You guys are going to have to choose for me, because I think the rest of the year I'm just going to focus on X-Men. But we'll get to that in a second. And then we have Sabretooth. Sabretooth by Liev Schreiber. I think I said that right. He is also in this movie. I've seen plenty of pictures of him and Wolverine fighting. Dude, if we finally get the Sabretooth from... Because a lot of people don't think Sabretooth is a big villain. He's a big villain to Wolverine. He hates Wolverine. He literally comes on his birthday. There's an arc going on right now that is called Sabretooth War. He is his greatest villain. He is cunning. He's not Tony Stark smart, but dude, he's cunning. He the Uncanny X-Force, which is coming out this year on omnibus format. I recommend everyone watching to go and pick it up. Not just because it's a Rick Remender book, but because it's one of the best X-Men, X-Force things runs of all time. I read more X-Force than X-Men growing up, mainly because Wolverine was always on the team. But we can get that in another video. But anyways, before I get off on track, my ADD kicks back in. Maybe Cassandra Nova is the one getting all these villains to team up and fight them, because if it looks like they might be on the road, and having the TVA involved, we're finally gonna get some type of mention in the movies about Loki. Because what are they like? Dude, Loki, personally, I never really liked Loki. I just think he's alright. That's just my opinion. I don't really care for him. I've always liked Eric Killmonger and Thanos a little more better, and even The one's escaping my head. Oh, Vulture. And a couple other ones, but I'll put them on the screen for y'all. I think they did better. But because Ryan Reynolds is such a fan of the comics, it's something that we're missing nowadays. And there's a reason why I don't cover most of this stuff anyways. X-Men 97 has been a triumph, except for that one Captain America scene. I don't really agree with it, but we could talk about that another time. Let me know down below if you think I'm hypocritical about that part. But X-Men 97 has been a breath of fresh air, because what Ryan Reynolds and the guy who made the Mayo, something like that, they're fans of the comics. I am a fan of the comics. My thing is, if you want to ignore the lore and just make up your own thing, make up your own thing. Don't grab these characters. There's a reason why these characters will outlast these movies that they come out. Because the thing is, when you introduce a new character, everybody's going to know that's that character from this movie. And he was okay because the movie was okay. But dude, people like Captain America. If they would have followed the format that Zack Snyder can't do, that making every character dark, because before Zack Snyder, for me personally, I think the DC universe back in the 2000s was a little more lighter in tone than it was after Zack Snyder. It feels like it got a lot darker, but that's just my opinion. But like Zack Snyder, dude, these guys, they don't care, or they don't appreciate what makes these characters great, or what makes this lore resonate with people and continues a soap opera like X-Men to continue on for more than since like the 80s with Chris Claremont. Yeah, I know Stan Lee made them, but Chris Claremont breathed life into it. But here's my little gripe, is that this is just a major gripe, just a little gripe. These writers obviously don't care. They just want to make their check. Dude, just read, and I know it's the producer too. He says that he doesn't want people that are fans of the comics, which doesn't make any sense. Iron Man is almost like wall to wall, like the same thing as the original story. It's just modernized. Captain America, like First Avenger, a lot of it, yeah, I think they should have took a little, like, the best parts of the Ultimate Avengers into the movie. But that's my personal opinion. I still think it's a good movie. The Captain America movies, in my opinion, are probably the best trilogy, other than probably Guardians. But I still think Captain is better. Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds is a big fan of the comics. Bo DeMaio is a big fan of the comics. I have faith that these guys are actually going to deliver a good movie based on the comics that we all love. Because why do I want to go spend money? And not just that, dude, the movies are expensive nowadays. Yeah, I like going to the movies a lot, but still. Then they wonder why the movies aren't performing well. Well, because you're marketing to an audience that isn't there. If you market to everybody, no one's going to like it. If you market to the people that are actually going to show up to the movie because they want to see this one scene, or they're hoping this one costume's going to be in the scene, or a reference to this writer's run, or just picking from like Chris Claremont this and that, or Grant Morrison's run, or Mike Carey's Extinction. Like, come on, like, dude, we love this stuff. Like if you're not gonna market to us, then why are we gonna support these people? You know what I mean? But that's just my gripe. But yeah, guys, I think it's gonna be Old Man Logan makes it like Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. But let me know down below if you have read Old Man Logan and know what potentially might go on this movie, because I really think that this movie is gonna finally bring Marvel back. Because yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy was good, but there was so many duds. And then yeah, Miss Marvel, or the Marvel movies, the Marvels, it was decent, but it wasn't the banger that we need. Banger after banger. That's how the Marvel Universe is built. Not all of them were good in the beginning, but like they were pretty decent. They were good films at least. They weren't cheap. But anyways, guys, I'm done with my rant. Make sure you go like, subscribe. And since TikTok is falling apart, I might start doing those videos longer form, since I don't have to worry about 3 minutes or short attention spans. But let me know down below what you think of this trailer, and if you agree with me or not. If you think it's really Old Man Logan but in this universe, which would be so cool. Like, think of it, Cassandra Nova. Like, we finally go in there to Cassandra Nova. Like, he goes and faces off. They go face off with Cassandra Nova, and she has the Iron Man armor. She has Thing's hand. She has like all this stuff like that we saw in the comic. That he tried. Even the shield. Like, if we get that one scene, you know which scene. I'm not gonna put it on here. Don't look for it. If you haven't read it, just go read it. You won't be disappointed. Trust me. But if you take it as just like a alternate universe thing, dude, the comic is awesome. Like, I cannot recommend. This is my all-time favorite comic. If I had to run inside my house and get something, it'd probably be my Bible and Old Man Logan. Like, that's how much I love this comic. But guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope y'all have a blessed day. Many blessings to y'all. So I'm out, guys.